Ladies and gentlemen, what you are looking at is my latest financial mistake. This is a 2007 MazdaSpeed 3. Funny thing, there's the front clip to my laser. Because of course it's here amongst my other broken vehicles. And yes, that's right, it has issues. I don't know if you noticed this lovely box of parts here, but these are all the parts, well, almost all the parts. I need a couple more yet to complete the variable valve timing fix, because this car has an issue with the variable valve timing, like a lot of Speed 3s do. Well, first gens, I should say. That's kind of their thing. But look at it, it's so pretty. I paid $6,300? No, $6,500. Yeah, that sounds right. $6,500 for a 2007 MazdaSpeed 3 with 125,000 miles on it and a ton of parts, which means it's probably been beaten up a little bit. And that's kind of to be expected when you buy a sports car, is that the previous owner probably, took care of it, but also enjoyed it, because why else would you buy a sporty vehicle? I came across this and I couldn't turn it down because from the factory, the little turbo 2.3 in here makes 280 pound-feet of torque, I believe. And I'm not saying that makes it to the wheels. Who knows how much makes it to the wheels? Maybe 230, maybe 250. I don't know. But I do know it's basically that car, but a lot faster. This has the Cobb Stage 2 power pack, which, no, Stage 1? Stage 2. Stage 2, yep, I was right the first time. It comes with a 3-inch downpipe for the turbo, and other assorted good stuff, like the access port. That's important because that allows you to swap maps and make the car faster than it already is, which is awesome. Let me see, the torque strut, I believe, is replaced, or the rear motor mount, I guess you'd call it. That's on the back of the transmission to the front subframe. That's replaced with a Cobb piece. Stiffens things up a little bit, makes it feel real nice. When you start it up, you get a little bit of vibration, but who fucking cares? It's fun. Let's see what else is included in that. The high-pressure fuel pump internals, which are kind of a big thing on these. These cars tend to, from the factory, not have enough oomph in their fuel pump, or they do have enough oomph, but they can't keep it consistent, which means you have the famous zoom, zoom, boom. When you start it, you hear a nice kind of grindy noise, and that's because the timing chain thereabouts is hitting the valve cover, and that's because the variable valve timing piece isn't able to, as I understand it, isn't able to generate enough oil pressure when you start it up and tighten the chain right away. I don't know if it's just bleeding oil pressure when you start it up until it gets up to operating temperature or what, but I can tell you it's a horrible noise, and it's the reason this car has been parked. I've driven it a few times, and oh, let me tell you, is it fun. I bought the car in Illinois, so I got to drive it all the way back. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit rusty on manual, seeing as the only other manual car I've owned has seen me put about 8 miles on it total. But 6 speeds are very fun. 5 speeds are fun, but I mean 6 speeds is nice because you can kind of lock it down. Even 5th is really a granny gear in this car, but when you lock it into 6th, you can actually get better fuel economy with this car than you can with that car, which is incredible because it has at least twice the amount of power being generated. Coilovers all the way around, as you can see. It's riding a little bit low, bro. Stance Nation, hashtag whatever the fuck people do with stance. I personally am not a stance person, but this guy was going to use the car for track before he found out, most likely found out that it had the VVT issue and just didn't want to pay to fix it, because he had just put probably about $3,000 worth of parts on it when you tie the Cobb power pack and the H&R coilovers. They're street sport coilovers, so he kind of got hosed on the whole deal. But I mean, if I didn't go into it knowing what the issues were and that I'd have to fix it, I probably would have been hosed too. So, with that in mind, I do have most of the parts, and I've also got some other things I want to do once that's done. I have these nice new, not new, new to me wheels. This is the set that came off the regular 3, because it's snow tire time. Even though it's very nice out today, it is almost December. I don't like the Speed 3 wheels. I don't really like that design. I also don't like that these ones are powder-coated black on a silver car. Just kind of irks me, so I'm going to go with the regular Mazda 3 wheels from the 2nd generation cars, I believe. I haven't decided if I'm going to clean these up, and I kind of want to go with a different color other than silver, but I feel like silver on silver is just going to look right. And the other thing is these are also 17-inch wheels, which I like paying for 17-inch rubber rather than 18-inch rubber. Much better value. And I believe once I raise the coilovers up, there shouldn't be any issues with running 17-inch wheels on these cars. It will fit over the brakes. There's plenty of space in there for that to fit over the brakes when I put 17s on. So let's see what else is in the plans. It's currently running 93 on a stage 2 map, which oh boy, I don't know how much power it puts down, but it's enough to be fun. But that is a plan. I do want to take it to the dyno, see how much it makes after the VVT is fixed. And I don't know if I'm going to do VVT myself or if I'm going to take it to a shop. I've gotten quotes for about $800. Problem is, it's only 12,000 miles or 1-year warranty, which really isn't much. I do want to get it on a dyno and see how much it makes on 93 with the stage 2 tune and parts, because I feel like it's probably, like, might actually be putting down about what the factory rating is, which would be pretty goddamn fantastic, I think. I think I've spent about $200 on these parts so far, and if I do another... I do need more parts, so figure another $150 for the actual VVT actuator, and I think I've only got 1 or 2 other gaskets I need, so not too expensive. But all said and done, if I can get done with this car to where I want it to be for $8,000, I think that's a hell of a deal for the amount of power and fun it provides. So, yeah. Welcome, little Felix, I think we've named it.